As in politics, so in the spiritual. Pranab Mukherjee leads the prayers at his ancestral home in West Bengal. The TV crews have only started coming recently to the village of Mirati, 5 hours north of Kolkata. But this is an annual ritual, one which he has almost never missed.
It is a part of our family tradition. Moreover, as a village boy, I was grown up in this atmosphere for up to my graduation. That means 21 years of my formative stage. I lived in this atmosphere. I studied the high school. If you just start from this place to my school, and if you walk, it will be about 5 kilometers.
It is also a rare glimpse to the outside world of the Mukherjee family.
दुर्गा पूजा जैसे ही होता है ऐसे ही है.
And Pranabda himself comes, participates in all the functions.
Yes, every year he participates.
We think this is still a joint family, though we live apart from our purpose of life, but we are so much connected with each other. Not only my brother, Pranab Mukherjee, but my sister, I, myself, and Pranab, we do not think that it is a joint family.
It's a golden opportunity, that's why we never miss this chance. And irrespective of politics or not in politics, we used to come here during these 4 days, Durga Puja.
It's from here that a remarkable political career was set into motion, spanning close to 5 decades. Serving at least under 3 Congress Prime Ministers and holding every major portfolio from finance to defense to external affairs. Very swiftly, Pranabda became known as the man for all seasons. In fact, under the UPA, he was considered de facto Prime Minister, heading over 50 ministerial panels. Fighting fires from the Anna agitation to the nuclear deal.
संसद में मुझसे वरिष्ठ हैं. मैं 70 में निर्वाचित हुआ था राज्यसभा के लिए और आप 69 में हुए थे, 1 साल पहले. मुझसे वरिष्ठ हैं. लेकिन मैं कभी कभी जरूर सोचता हूं कि प्रणब जी न होते तो ये यूपीए सरकार क्या करती.
A life so consumed by the Congress and by work that his family says he barely had any time for them.
Considering his present position, we think that he ought to have more other important portfolios.
They have, like many families of those in public life, dealt with the difficulties of a workaholic parent or husband.
जब मेरा शादी हुआ था ना,
हाँ.
तभी उससे मेरा मुलाकात बहुत कम होता था. अब बातचीत भी बहुत कम होता था.
अच्छा.
He is always very busy.
Do you find that you don't get enough time with him?
No, I have no time with him.
Would you have liked to have got more time with him as a son?
Obviously, not only me, everyone. And it's a complaint, not only my mother's, it's my complaint. Even my children's complaint, my sister's complaint, everyone, my wife's complaint that we should have more time with you. And the time comes only after 11 at night. So
It's impossible to get time with him. He's so busy.
Yeah, so busy.
When you were growing up though, was he around? Was he there as a dad? Was there more time with him, or was he always like this? He was always busy.
He was always busy. Rather, I remember my childhood, I never seen him, my father, that I got up and he was there in home. He used to leave at say 6 o'clock. I used to get up around 6:37 and I used to go to bed around 9:30. He used to come after that. So he was so busy, right from the beginning.
You must have missed that.
No, missed. That thing we have missed. Not only me, my sister also missed.
Are you catching up in a way now? Does you get a little more time with him?
Yes. Now politically I am very... so I have another platform to come to him. So I am now 100% utilizing that.
And so from them, a more candid admission of expectations.
Always I expect that my father should be the number one. Always.
The most frank admission comes from Pranab Mukherjee's elder brother, a scholar at the nearby Shantiniketan University.
When we consider his present political stature,
Yes.
we think that the first post, either president or prime minister, he would have been ordinary.
Ideal for that.
And he is really fit for that post.
Yes. Because he handles so much of the work anyway. He's handling the political work, he's handling the administrative work. But why do you think that's not happened? Why has he not got the prime ministership? Because many would say he
That
deserved
we
it.
cannot tell. He has given most of his time in the service of Nehru Gandhi family.
But when you look at the current political leadership of the Congress, when you look at people like Manmohan Singh and so on, you feel there's a strong case that somebody like Pranab Da should be given that opportunity.
If he have such feeling, the supporters of Pranab, they are all right. But he is not getting. Their support did not working. Pranab is working so much
Yes.
in Indian politics, but Pranab is not getting his proper place. As a relative and as I am
His brother.
his elder brother, I feel sorry for him. In fact, it disturbed me too much when he was not allowed to take the salute from on Republic Day,
Yes.
though he was the Prime Minister at that time, which
When the Prime Minister was unwell and he was standing in for him.
Prime Minister was unwell. It shocked us. Why Sonia deprived him for such? She has recognized him as the Prime Minister.
This is the Pranab paradox, the ultimate Congress insider, but with a troubled equation with the party. The time we spent with him in his ancestral village is the closest we would get to Pranab Mukherjee, the grassroots politician. Otherwise, he's always been the ultimate Delhi insider, Indira Gandhi's shadow since he joined her cabinet in the early 70s. Someone whose career path many believed was squarely headed towards culminating in 7 Racecourse Road. But somewhere along the way, that road took a different turn. Many believe the rift with the family he had served began on the very day of the Indira Gandhi assassination in 1984, about which he had opened up to us on a previous occasion. Where were you on that terrible day in 84?
I was along with Mr. Rajiv Gandhi and Barkat Ghani Khan Chaudhary. We are having some programs
Here in West Bengal.
in West Bengal.
What was your first reaction when you heard the news?
I was totally broken. And in the whole journey from there to a place where we got the chopper, and from chopper to Calcutta, and from Calcutta to Delhi in the Indian Airlines. And we got the message, Rajiv brought it from the cockpit. He contacted Delhi and he said she has actually expired. I was completely broken.
It's difficult even now for you to think about it. Pranab allegedly claimed on that fateful flight that he, as finance minister and number 2, should be the replacement for Indira, which leaders of that generation, like the late Vasant Sathe, told us was the beginning of the rift with the first family.
Once I had said jocularly in one of the
Congress party meetings before Rajiv that please don't make the mistake of appointing anyone as number 2. Because the moment you do that, that number 2 starts having ambition of becoming number 1. That was with reference to what Pranab had done after Indiraji's demise. You see, Indiraji did treat him as a man of great confidence in this, but not, she didn't name him number 2, but he was treated as one of the senior advisors. And he started having the idea that after a demise, he should be nominated by the parliamentary party and the cabinet colleagues as the Prime Minister.
Pranab has always denied this. He insists he was only going by the book, something he has done all his life. But by then it was too late. Rajiv had turned against him and he was expelled from the Congress. You were expelled from the Congress for 6 years. Do you believe that that was a misunderstanding?
It was a misunderstanding, and which was admitted by Rajiv ji himself. I think in one of the interview given to Arun Puri, India Today, before his assassination.
He came back into favor soon afterwards, but it was never the same.
As far as this dispensation is concerned, anyone who defied Rajiv Gandhi in the past or says a bad thing today, now obviously he can't expect to have a glorious future.
Yes, he may know it, but he would rarely admit it, except on that one occasion when he admitted to us that Sonia Gandhi has greater ease with Manmohan Singh.
He enjoyed the confidence of Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, and that's why when the office was offered to Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, it was for her to decide whom she would like to have and with whom she will find more comfortable.
That was in 2009. Today, in 2011, he brushed those same questions away.
Nobody.
Instead, he outlined for us the future leadership of the Congress.
Of course, Congress has always provided new leadership. You compare when tell the BJP, since 1951 it was established, and particularly from the 60s, these are the two leaders you have heard, Vajpayee and Advani. After Deen Dayal's death, they have emerged. Communist Party till the other day.
Now they are projecting Modi.
I'm just giving, till the other day, Communist Party, that old Politburo members of 20s and 30s, Surjit, Sundaraiya, Jyoti Basu, now new generation has come, Prakash Karat and others. Congress Party, in between you have seen how many younger people have come. Rajiv and of course, no, apart from Rajiv, Indira Gandhi at what age she became Prime Minister? Yes. She was not even 50. Yes. In 1966, she became Prime Minister when she was 49. Yes. She became Congress President when she was 42. Therefore, Congress has, and Jawaharlal Nehru became Congress President when he was 30. Therefore, Azad became, Nehru 40, Azad 36. Therefore, Congress has provided young leadership throughout its life.
Are you, sir, indicating then that this is Rahul Gandhi's time?
No, he will emerge as the leader of the party, no doubt.
But will Dr. Manmohan Singh complete his term?
Of course.
And there is no question of any mid-term change or any of that.
Mid-term election or things like that. Dr. Singh will provide. I am repeating Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, when during the release of manifesto, friends like you asked her that who will be the Prime Minister if the Congress Party is again asked to lead the coalition or they get absolute majority. In the manifesto there were two pictures of Sonia ji and Prime Minister. Yes. She herself took this manifesto like this, covered her own picture with the right hand and showed it to the media, that you get the answer.
In the final years of UPA 2, he would get his reward. if not Prime Minister, then President of India in 2012.
I, Pranab Mukherjee, do swear in the name of God.
But the strain with his parent party would linger. A year after he retired, he appeared at an RSS event in Nagpur, describing the Sangh's founder, Keshav Hedgewar, as a great son of Mother India, angering the Congress. However, he also quoted from Pandit Nehru's Discovery of India at the same event, saying any attempt at defining our nationhood in terms of dogmas and identities of religion, region, hatred and intolerance will only lead to dilution of our national identity. It was this nationalism that Pandit Nehru so vividly expressed in the Discovery of India. Ironically, it was under the BJP government that he received the highest civilian honour, a Bharat Ratna, in 2019.
What has struck you about Prime Minister Modi? What do you think
He
of
has
him?
the unique capacity to work very hard with a strong determination to achieve his objectives. This one characteristic I find in him. Secondly, he is clear in his vision, what he wants to achieve, and he works hard to achieve that.
But in his heart, he remained a congressman, and he believed that India needed the Congress. Regardless, the Bharat Ratna only underlined his status as India's ultimate political insider, whose death would be mourned across the political divide.
बदलाव का भावना से, रिवेंज का भावना से आगे नहीं बढ़ पाओगे। एंड उसका कोई कंपल्सन होगा, जो होगा होगा। वो तुमने ज़्यादा नुकसान तो नहीं कर पाया। बी हैप्पी, वॉक अवे।
पूरे देश के लिए गहरे दुख और सदमे की बात है
तो आज हमने उस दादा को खो दिया है कि जिसके पास हम हिस्ट्री के बारे में, अपनी पार्टी के बारे में जानने के लिए जाते।
और